Don't you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
What is going on, Drawing 2 crew? Ramny here once again with a brand new drawing tutorial for you guys, and today I'm going to be showing you, finally, how to draw the Juggernaut from Deadpool 2. Really quick, you guys, if you're brand new to this channel, welcome. Here in this channel, I help you develop your drawing skills by showing you how to draw your favorite characters from movies, TV shows, video games, books, etc. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you guys are notified anytime I upload a brand new tutorial video. Like I mentioned, you guys, this is very similar to my Red Skull tutorial, in which this was a character that had a secret cameo in Deadpool 2. Of course, Red Skull was a secret cameo in Infinity War. This one is for Deadpool 2. And if I were to do the Juggernaut earlier, it would spoil the movie for everybody. And now that this movie is out on home video, you guys are free to watch it without that R restriction, and I feel like it's no longer a secret that the Juggernaut is in this movie, so I can finally make a tutorial for you guys. You guys have been asking non-stop for the Juggernaut, so I am more than happy to oblige. He's one of my favorite characters. Alright, so I'm sure you guys are ready to draw. Here are the tools that you're going to need for this tutorial. If you guys want more information about my art tools, I have a list that you can check out in the description of this video. There are 3 things to keep in mind, you guys, as you're watching this tutorial. If you're a subscriber, you kind of already know the drill. If not, pause it now to read this list of things that you should know before you begin. So having said all of that, you guys, let's get right to the tutorial. Alright, you guys, so for this Juggernaut tutorial, I've got my paper in portrait mode. We're going to be drawing him full body, and I'm going to start off by drawing his helmet. And of course, his helmet is going to be a circle or rounded, so I'm going to draw it kind of up and a little bit to the right, more so than the center. So let's get started with that. I'm going to draw it like this, and I'm going to try to do as perfect a circle as I can. And it'll take some time. You guys might take some time to do this as well. That's okay. Just go ahead and pause the video as you make that circle, and try your best. Making several attempts here. Just try your best to make as perfect a circle as you want. Now, it's not going to be a perfect circle in the end, so don't worry too much about trying to make it look as best as, or as circular as possible. Just try to make it as best as you can. So there you go. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of draw this curve from here going down to here. And that's going to be the center line right there. Actually, let's move it down a little bit more. There you go. Okay. Now there's going to be the neck part around the helmet. And I'm going to draw this more as an oval than a circle. So I'm going to start in the back, really close to the circle there. And then as I go to the side, they go a little bit further away, like this and like this. A little further away on this side than on this side. Okay, and then just following along those lines, I'm going to draw this line going down. I'm going to draw a line right here. This goes up like this, and then there you go. So I'm going to fix it up and try to make it look as oval as I can make it. Again, right here is at the top of the head is where it's close together, and then here on the side, further away from each other. And down right here. There you go. And we'll worry about that a little bit later on. Now let's focus on drawing the body. Okay, so now I've got a shoulder right here. Here's the back. And then the shoulder is going to be right around here. I'm going to draw that shoulder about this big, just like that. Okay, and then the other shoulder, right here, it's going to go kind of right here. And I'm going to make that a semicircle with a little curve like that here. So here's that semicircle. And this one's more of an egg shape that's kind of the skinny part of the egg is going to be pointing down. Okay, so there's our shoulders. So you guys can see you can kind of start seeing the shape of the Juggernaut right there. Okay, just beneath, a little bit beneath this line right here, right around there, I'm going to draw the chest, and it's going to go from shoulder to shoulder like this. right, there you go. And then right here, this is going to be the armpit now. From here to there. And I'm going to pay close attention to how this line is going to go down. This is the center line again. You kind of want that torso right here. The torso is going to be on this side. If I draw a line right here and here, you can kind of see this is the front and here are the sides. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. There you go. This is now going to be our belt line. Double up on that line just slightly. Beneath that, right around here is going to be the crotch. And I'm going to bring this up like this. And here to there, like that. So that's the underwear line, as I like to call it. Okay, so as we have this, let's start figuring out where the arms are going to go. And I'm going to start with this one right here by figuring out where the fist is going to be. And the fist is going to be pretty huge. I'm going to just lightly erase that part because it is going to cover that area. Okay, I'm going to start by drawing a square, kind of like a puffed out square or a rectangle. The lines are curved. And I'm going to make this about the size of just a little bit bigger than this initial circle that we did here, just slightly bigger than that right here. So that is the fist. I'm going to draw this back up. Now the thumb is going to be right here. So I'm going to draw a rectangle right here. Okay, and then divide this in half, and then divide it some more. So you got 4 fingers right there. Okay. From the middle, I'm going to draw the forearm, and it kind of goes out like this. Okay, and then from here, kind of goes this way, and I'm going to loop this, and then find the elbow. Actually, let me bring that a little bit closer. You don't want it to go too far. About this far away from here is where you want to end it. There you go. So here I'm drawing the forearm. It goes up here, elbow point right here, and from the elbow you can kind of draw a line from here to the fist, so you can kind of get a better idea. There you go. So there's our forearm, and now let's draw the bicep. Imagine where the armpit is, and just imagine a loop going around like this. There you go. So there's the shoulder, here's the bicep, shoulder, bicep, forearm, and there you go. There's the left arm of the Juggernaut. Let's just close all these. There you go. Now let's go on this side. What we're going to do is we're just going to draw another loop from here to here. This is the bicep and the tricep. Okay, extend this a little bit further like that. And then from here, from the bicep, draw a line going down, just a slight line going down right here. And then there's the other side of the wrist. What I'm going to do now is bring it up and bring it this way. Okay, so there we go. That is our other arm. And as you can tell, it's slightly smaller than here, of course, because of the distance. It's a little bit further away from us. So you want to keep that in mind as you draw. Okay, here's the wrist. I'm going to close it off right there. Okay, now for the thumb, it goes out, down, out again like this. Okay, and then down again. And then on this side, it's curve, and then line, another line, and this goes up, and you should make it so that the thumb kind of sticks out. And here we have kind of the fist right here. So here's this line, there's a corner right here, and then here's the side of the index finger right there. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so we're doing pretty good so far, you guys. We got our body, we got our torso. Let's keep working on that. Okay, so now let's work on the pants and the leg. Okay, the legs are a little bit further away, so they're going to be tinier. And I'm going to start by kind of just drawing where I want the kneecap to end up. So it's just going to go right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a small line like this, and then a curve, like a J curve like that. Okay, right here we do the opposite. You kind of want to keep that curve like this, so you got this kind of curving like an upper leg does. Okay, and then right here is where we're going to draw the knee part. I'm just going to draw like this faint little trapezoid for the knee. Curve at the top and at the bottom, so you guys get an idea of what the knee should look like. Okay, now the calf muscle comes out this way, and then go back over here, comes out this way as well. So you guys see how big and fat those are. Okay, let's keep that for now. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to adjust the size of this. I want to make sure that this looks big, like I want his legs to look thick. Okay, there you go. Now on this side, it's going to be shorter, so it's going to be up to there, okay, just above the kneecap here, like that. I'm going to draw this going down and then curve like this. Okay, kind of a straight line, a little bit slanted. And now this is going to go up like this and then goes in like that. Okay, so you got almost this corner right here, but it's sort of just part of the thighs. Massive muscles on the thighs right there. Okay, so there you go. Okay, let's continue with this leg before we finish this off. We don't see the kneecap. This is the kneecap right here, actually. You see just a little bit of the calf muscle right there. And then just the foot. So it goes from there down, and then right around here, this goes out, and then close it off like this. So there's 1 foot for the Juggernaut. Let's zoom out. Actually, let's bring this up a little higher so that you guys can kind of see where the foot is going to go. So I kind of want this leg to go this way and then this way, okay? So we're going to bring this way. Not too much, just around there is fine. Okay, you don't want to make this too long. Matter of fact, I'm going to make it a little bit shorter even. So here's kind of a circle there, just a little bit below that right here. There you go. Okay, this goes diagonal. This goes diagonal. Well, actually more straight up and down like this. Okay, so this goes up and down, this goes diagonal. Right here is where the front of the shoe is. And then just curve it till you reach this part. Okay, and then just going to show you where the top is, and I'm going to draw 2 lines right here because it's going to be like prison shoes, prison boots. That's what it is. Okay, and then right here do the same thing. So right across and then rectangle right there. Okay, so there you go. Let's zoom out. It is zoomed out well enough actually. So there you go. There is our Juggernaut. Just the basic shape of the Juggernaut right there. So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab another pencil that's sharp, and we're going to start drawing and filling in the details of the Juggernaut costume. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm zooming in first on the helmet, and the helmet is the most iconic part of Juggernaut. So you kind of want to get this as accurately as you can get it. Okay, so for the movie version of the Juggernaut, he's also got like this neck brace of some sort. So we're going to make sure that we integrate that into our design. So what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of just giving it a slight curve at the top. So we had that initial circle to begin with, and now I'm kind of distorting that circle slightly and making sure that the curve at the top is kind of smooth, and on the sides as well. Now there's going to be, it's a bit of an intricate. Now here's my reference photo right here. It's a little bit intricate right here. You see how it's got tons of like different lines and stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to just simplify that slightly. Now you guys notice that the pose is a little bit different, and that's intentional. I did that on purpose. This is my own pose. It's not from any reference photo or anything. So yeah, that's that. So here now I'm flattening the bottom part a little bit more. So now we're starting to get that dome with a flat bottom, like the Juggernaut, like his actual comic costume. Okay, so it's not quite circle anymore, and that's fine, that's intentional. And then, okay, always pay close attention to that curve right there, because we're going to figure out where the eyes are going to go, and I'm going to draw the eyes like this. So imagine the dome is going to be, like the top of the dome is going to be right around here. So I'm just going to draw this part right here. So everything that you do kind of has to move and rotate and kind of go around the dome, kind of similarly, you know how everything sort of goes in a circle around. So if here's the top of the helmet, you want to make sure that this kind of goes around like that. Okay, so there's the top of the eyes right there. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to draw these trapezoid shapes for the eyes. And they're going to be slightly slanted. I'm going to leave a bit of room, like right here. So 2 lines like this. So they're kind of slanted like that, okay? Just trying to fix it up, make it easier for you guys to see. Okay, now 2 lines like this. All right, and then now this goes around like that. Now I see a little bit of not a mistake or anything. I just want to readjust this. I'm just bringing those a little bit closer together, just like that. Okay, so now you've got the other side of the holes. There you go. If that looks a little big, don't worry, because inside we're going to double up on this line and this line. That's to give the helmet some depth, to give it some thickness. Okay, right here, double up there, double up the bottom, and then here as well. There you go. Okay, and then inside, we're not going to draw the eye shape. We're just going to draw the pupils as if, like this whole thing right here are his eyes. And I think it looks more menacing that way. So I'm just going to draw the pupils up at the top, like that. There you go. Okay, now this part right here is the mouth. Now in the comics, I believe his nose, you can see the nose, but in the movie you don't. You only see the mouth really. So it goes like that, and then 2 lines here, it goes down, and then closes off like this. Okay, so there is our Juggernaut. There you go. Okay, and then double up on this line here, this line there, that line right there, and just a little bit right here. So there you go. And then we're just going to give it, okay, see the mouth, here's the top part of the mouth, and here's the bottom part of the mouth right here. And then I'm just going to close it right there so you guys can see that the mouth is sort of shaped inside. And then I'm going to draw the teeth gritting. So a line going down the center, and then just draw, what I'm going to do anyways, I'm just going to draw them like this so you can kind of see the teeth are gritting inside. Okay, so now there is our Juggernaut head. Let's draw the design for the, like you could tell that the Juggernaut kind of hand welded his helmet, so it's got some imperfections. And I'm going to start right here. Okay, always pay close attention to how your lines kind of move around this dome, because it is a dome shape. So everything kind of needs to follow that dome curve. Okay, starting with this line right here, kind of going like that, and then start here again. This goes up like this. There you go. All right, so here, find a point right here, and this kind of goes around the dome on this side, like that. Okay, and then right here now, I'm going to draw this going down. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to draw a line going like this. And then line going across. Sort of making adjustments as I go. Okay, there you go. And then this goes up. Like that. Okay, right here now. The corner of this tip right here, I'm going to make this go to the side like this, and I'm just going to make this line right here kind of just go up until you reach that line. There you go. So you've got some rivets right here, and they're kind of these ovals or circles, 3 of them in a line. Okay, go back down here now. This goes this way, then it goes up to this line right here. And then this follows that curve, the curve of the dome, to the side, that. All right, now on the, so here's the tip of that. Here's the tip of the helmet here, or the eye hole. I'm gonna draw a line right here to its left, and then from here to this right here. So where this meets this line, I kind of want to go there too, and you want this line to sort of be parallel with this line right here. There you go. And then this goes this way, and then up, and then forward again, and then slanted like this. Okay, so there is our Juggernaut. Last thing I'm going to draw is this line right here. It just goes like that. Okay, so there's our beat up look, and of course you can add some more details to this. I'm going to erase this top part now. We actually don't need that. There you go. Now add some details like scuff marks and scratches to this. And once you do, you should have a nice looking Juggernaut helmet. Okay, so there is our Juggernaut head. Now let's focus on the harness, or the thing around the helmet. Okay, so like I said, we're going to simplify it from its original design. I'm not going to go too much into detail. Okay, we're going to start right here. So this right here should be at the center. Okay, so here's where the mouth is, and you kind of want it to go beneath that mouth. Okay, so I'm going to draw a rectangle, but the top of the rectangle is going to be, like the corners are going to be kind of cut like this. Okay, there you go. All right, always try to have a sharp pencil. Okay, on this side, I'm going to draw 2 lines here and here. Okay, there you go. I'm just going to draw those lines right there. So now we're going to draw the front as opposed to the top. So here's the front of our line, and it's going to go across. This kind of goes, all right, so let's keep following this along. You want it to go this way and this way. Okay, it's going to go slightly up there and right here. Same spot on this side as on this side. So it's going to go slightly up like this. All right, now follow this along until when you get to the top part here, it sort of merges with this line right here. Okay, so it goes back this way and then down. Okay, so here you want this line to merge with this line. There you go. All right, so now we're going to line the inside as well. So here's follow this along like this. And you'll notice that there's a gap right here, which I'm going to shade in. Same thing over here. Okay, right here where it slants, bring that down and bring it forward. Okay, same thing here. Bring that down like this. Okay, and then bring it forward till you reach this part again. Okay, double up on these lines. You want to make that look three-dimensional. Okay, shade this part, shade this part. And then just try to keep it nice and neat. Now, from here again, we're going to go 2 lines this way, diagonal, and 2 lines diagonal this way. Okay, and that's going to go underneath the helmet. So here's the helmet. Try to make it go underneath the helmet here. And there you go. There. And then for simplicity's sake, we're going to leave it like that. Okay, so there's a couple more things, like right here, we're going to draw like this rectangle around. And then over here as well, there's a bit of a shaded rectangle right there. And then inside here, there's another rectangle with lines going across like this. Okay, so there you go. There is our Juggernaut. We have this on this side as well. If you can kind of make it out. Like that. That's probably going to be the hardest part of the costume, but it is the most iconic for Juggernaut, so you kind of want to make sure you get it right as best as you can. So there you go. There is the Juggernaut's helmet. Okay, now let's work on the costume itself. I'm going to zoom out, and I'm actually going to start right here with a fist. And I want to get the fist right. I'm going to draw a line across right here because this is going to be the top of the fist, and here's the actual part for the knuckle. And then for each knuckle, I'm kind of going to draw this triangle for each of them right there. Okay, so you kind of now see where the knuckles go. Okay, so in the costume, he does have like these fingerless gloves. So I'm going to draw kind of just these zigzag lines because the gloves are ripped up and they go across like this. Okay, so these knuckles right here, what we're going to do is we're going to not draw them as triangles, obviously, but I'm going to kind of shape them kind of just like this here, so that you know that they're knuckles, you know. Okay, and then here at the bottom, this is where the actual fingers are, and where the fingers meet right there in between, I'm going to draw like these Y shapes. So here are the fingers. I'm going to draw them individually now. I'm not going to add too many details to them, just lines right here where these lines, knuckle lines. Okay, there you go. There's that. Thumbnail. More lines. There you go. Now there's this arm. Let's draw the costume on this side now. Okay, right here, right kind of, here's the shoulder muscle right here, right in between, right in the middle of that shoulder muscle is going to be the seam for the prison garb that he wears. And it's going to be slightly ripped up, so I'm going to draw these ripped lines as well. So line across, but also these ripped lines. Okay, this is after he's been in a fight with Colossus in them. Lines across like this. There you go. Across his bicep, there's going to be like this part of the prison garb that goes across like that. Okay, again, draw the biceps where it should, or the bicep shoulder line right here. Okay, there you go. And then on this side, this is going to be just, okay, here in the elbow, I'm gonna draw like a little hole. I'm being random here, just so that you can see the elbow kind of peek out of the costume. Okay, and then right here, just some wrinkles around the wrist, kind of going around. But for the most part, that's all you need to really have right there. Oh, forgot to mention that the thumb as well is also covered in by the glove, but it's also ripped up. So there you go. Okay, so right here to kind of indicate that there's this is fabric, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 2 lines like this, and then right here I'm going to draw some zigzag lines. So this is going to be like a hole in the prison garb right there. There. And that's it. So just keep working on it. There. Okay, so now we've got that. Let's do the torso and then this right here. Not too hard. So you've already got kind of where the belt line goes. So I'm just going to continue that. Okay, 2 lines like that. He doesn't have a belt, but there is like a part in the prison garb right here where it looks like a belt. So that's what we're drawing right here. Okay, square in the center. And then from here, from this point, all the way down, what we're going to do is we're going to create this zigzag lines, because you want to indicate, like it's 2 lines that go from here to the belt, but you also want to give it like these curves that indicate that there's muscle, like this right here is where the chest is going to go. Okay, and then right here is like it's got a bit of a belly going on here, so there's that. All right, so, and then some wrinkles right here, and there you go. Okay, so this line for the chest is not really, you don't really see any chest lines on Juggernaut's costume, so we're just going to kind of not draw it all the way, but just give it some curve at some parts like that. Okay, from here, the side, it goes down to here, so kind of where the helmet ends, you want to bring it down. Again, using these lines to indicate the mass of Juggernaut. So I'm going to draw 2 lines going down like that. And then same thing over here. So imagine a line from here going down this way. I'm giving it some wrinkles right like this, because it is wrinkled on that side. Okay, and then of course right here, give it some wrinkles as well. And there you go. So I'm just gonna keep drawing these like wrinkly lines to show that the fabric is kind of tight on the Juggernaut's big frame. All right, and if you guys want to, you can draw these bullet holes he was shot at. You can draw those, kind of random. So there you go. Just keep working at it, as many as you want, because it really doesn't matter. Okay, there, that is the Juggernaut. Now let's go on this side. Again, you guys, kind of in between the shoulder, we're going to draw the seam. I'm going to erase this line right here. Okay, and then again, kind of like these rips, lines across, and then right like that. And then you can kind of see some fabric still clinging on. There you go. Okay, right here, line going like that. This is a seam, and I'll do the same thing on this side as well. Bit of a seam right here going at the top. There you go. Okay, so this is sort of prior to where he rips his sleeves as he goes to fight Colossus. So he still has his sleeves right here. And I'm going to draw those lines there. And then this line across the bicep. 2 lines across the bicep, actually. There you go. Erase that part. All right, so right here, I'm going to close this off. I'm going to actually bring it a little bit lower. And then I'm going to draw some wrinkles right here and here. So wrinkles going across and wrinkles going up as well. Okay, and then from here there's going to be like this line that goes down. It's similar to this line right here. And it goes down his bicep. Here's a bicep right here. And then goes down right here as well. There you go. So for the fist, nothing too fancy. What we're going to do is we're going to figure out where the fingerless gloves go, and then just the edges of it is going to be this kind of ripped fabric, right? Okay, right there. And then from here, I'm going to draw a line like this, that, and then this. So you guys can see that it sort of indicates now where the finger curves, okay? Right here, I'm going to indicate the knuckles, where they go. Okay, one right here, 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 and here. And then now, I'm going to draw a line going down here. That's where the gloves end. And I'm not going to add too much fabric to the gloves. Maybe like a line like this. But that's all. Or maybe one more. There you go. So there's a glove right there, and then the fingers right here. Okay, so we've got the top part of Juggernaut. Let's zoom out and let's work on the legs. So here, that's what it looks like zooming out. I'm kind of looking at my reference photo as I go. So we don't get to see what's at the bottom here in this reference photo, but I do know that he does wear like prison boots. Let's zoom in. Here, this goes, kind of just goes straight down like this. I'm going to give this a little bit of a zigzag right here and some lines going across the crotch. Okay, I'm going to erase those underwear lines just slightly, because what we're going to do is just replace it with these lines that go from the crotch, kind of stretching out to the sides of the leg, or to the inside of the leg, so you guys can kind of tell that it's stretching the fabric in the crotch area. Don't go overboard with it. Just a couple of lines from there is fine. Okay, and then I'm going to give it a zigzag right here because the fabric is folding on those parts. Okay, and then there. All right, so, and then more zigzags right here just by the knee. And then there you go. So now, just give it, there you go. He does have these lines that go across the thighs like this, one there and then another over here. This one goes like this. Part of the prison garb again. I'm going to erase this part of the knee, so it kind of just left with the lower shape of that kneecap. Okay, draw a line, sort of follow this line going down, zigzag right here. Okay, skip over this little belt area, and then just have it come out this way, going towards the front like that. Okay, same thing right here, zigzags there, and then this just goes, curves and towards the center of the kneecap, and this goes towards the center of the kneecap as well, right here. Okay, there you go. On this side, however, there are 3 letters, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to kind of block out where they go. There you go. So it looks like this. There's 3 letters there, and that's part of the institution of the prison, I guess. DMC, I believe, is what it is. So here's D. Let me show you what it looks like in the reference. DMC. Okay, so here's D. And then here's M. I kind of just did that quickly, but just do a block letter of the letter M and then letter C. Cool, there you go. So there are those letters right there. All right, now the lower part, easy. All we have to do is kind of just draw the wrinkles from here going out to the knee. And then just continue this going down, all the way down. Okay, right here at the bottom, I'm going to draw kind of where the garb closes on the inside, because it's sort of have these cuffs. Are they still called cuffs down at the bottom? Okay, right here, zigzaggy lines for the wrinkles. And there you go. Now you can draw some rip lines on the side. This right here, you could also give it a rougher texture. And on the knees, because, you know, knees get beat up quite a bit. Rip there, rip here, and then just continue this line going down. Okay? There you go, some sort of just being random on this side. Right here, you don't really see much, so I'm just going to, excuse me, close that off. I just burped. Just had breakfast. All right, so that's it, you guys. Now, the last thing is the boot. So here's the front of that boot, right? And then here's where the shoelaces go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a line going across right here, and then start making X's all the way until you can't see it anymore. Okay, and then right here, just wrinkles there. And here you've got the sole of the boot. And then scuff marks. You could just add some scuff marks there and there. And that's it. Okay, and then you do the same thing over here. Nothing too big or fancy. Line across first and then start making X's all the way till you can't see anymore. Okay, and then polish it up. And zooming out, there you have it. Just wipe all these stray eraser lines or eraser residue. There you have it, you guys. This is the Juggernaut from Deadpool 2. I know many of you guys have been asking for this, and I'm very happy now to be able to draw it now that the Blu-ray release is out. So thanks for watching, you guys, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care. And that is all the time that we have today. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the very end of this video. I hope your drawings turned out great. If they did, I would love to see them. So please head on over to the Google Plus community, post your artwork there for people to enjoy, or post it on Instagram and tag me at Draw2 so that I can see your artwork. If you are curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos or to do my tutorials, I have a list of that in the description of this video, so make sure to check that out there. I have a list of pencils that I use, camera equipment, erasers, colors, and all that stuff. So definitely check it out if you are interested. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you, number one, like this video, commented down below, shared this with your friends in social media, and of course, subscribed. All of that in the description of this video. Make sure to check that out. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, Google+, and most importantly on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a free coloring page of this tutorial right here. Links again in the description, so always make sure to read that description, you guys. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I will catch you in the next one, and till then, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. Take care.